Hello all, welcome to our YouTube channel. So today I have with me our special guest, Mr. Vishnu, who has just cleared the EPFO EO examination. So Vishnu, I welcome you to this session.
Thank you, sir.
I hope you will be a little relieved now after the success in the EPFO EO examination.
Yeah, definitely, sir.
So has the feeling sinked in you?
What?
So has the feeling sinked in?
Yeah. It's been like more than like 2 weeks since the result came. I'm kind of relieved now.
Great. Vishnu, can you tell our students about your educational and preparation background?
I graduated from ISA Bhopal in 2018. After that, I have been preparing for competitive exams, including UPSC Civil Service. And in between the preparation, I came to know about the notification and I applied for this exam.
So Vishnu, great. Sorry to interrupt. You can continue. Sorry.
Yeah, we can say that's
Vishnu, I would like to ask you how you managed your previous preparation of CSE with the EPFO EO examination.
Actually, I had the background of civil service examination since mid 2019. I have been preparing for this. So that civil service preparation background has really helped me for this EPFO examination. So like topics such as polity, economics, history, geography, and all these things, I had a good basics on these topics that have really helped me in this exam. And the additional topics I had to prepare for this exam.
Vishnu, one more thing I would like to ask, since this is not a regular examination, last time it was happened in 2017, and yes, then the notification came in 2019, and with such a delay, examination happened in September 2021. So how you motivated yourself throughout this journey?
It was not a difficult, I mean, it was not an easy journey. It was like quite difficult since I think this exam was postponed once. It was supposed to be held in mid 2021. It got postponed to September. So I had many other exams so to prepare for. Like I have been preparing for state exams as well, for SSC, railway exams. So I had to make sure that I put my 100% effort for these exams. And since I had to learn extra topics, I focused more on those topics for this exam. Other topics I had a basics since I had this civil service preparation background.
Great. Vishnu, one more thing I would like to ask it to you here. When you are preparing for the different types of examination and so many examinations you are preparing for, how you prioritize the different examinations in your plan?
It's like prioritizing.
What is the topmost priority that this is the main exam I have to prepare for, and then this exam I will also manage, this exam also manage. तो किस तरीके से आप prioritize करते हो कि मेरी topmost priority क्या होगी, ये मेरा plan B रहेगा, ये plan C रहेगा? तो बहुत difficult होता है ना बहुत सारे examination जब हम दे रहे होते हैं तो.
Yeah, actually I plan according to the exam schedule. Once I have the schedule in the like in the calendar, so we have these dates. On this date we have this exam, another date we have another exam. So I plan according to the schedule. So I allot time for each topic, like for like a weekly basis. I prepare a plan. According to that plan I prepare for the exams. For topics I have weakness, I mean, for topics where I am not very strong, I allot more time for that topic, and also prepare like from previous year questions and mock tests. So that's how I prepare for the exams.
Great. Vishnu, one more thing I would like to ask, what are the important learnings from the CSE preparation which you applied in the EPFO EO preparation?
One of the most important learning from the civil service exam is that I had to practice as many mock tests as possible. So it will really help me in the time management, as well as we'll get to familiarize with the kind of question that may be coming in the exam.
Great. Vishnu, I would like to ask you how much overall time you think is enough for a UPSC aspirant to prepare for the examinations like EPFO EO examination?
That is a very subjective kind of question. It depends. Like if you have a good background on the topics, you have to just practice or revise the topics, and we will be okay. If you have like a weak understanding of the topics, you have to prepare that topics as well. So like I had spent around 6 months since I had to prepare extra topics such as social security, industrial relations, and so on. I had to prepare like 6 months, and I also revised other topics and attended mock tests. So these
Great.
helped me in this exam. Yes.
Great. Vishnu, what were your sources of preparation for the recruitment test? Since there were a lot of components, 10 components were there. So what were your major sources of preparation for them?
The topics which are common in civil service exam, like history, geography, I had prepared
Quality.
history from Spectrum, polity from the Lakshmikant polity, and geography from NCRTs, and environment from the usual sources for civil service exam.
And general
Current
science?
affairs, general science, I am from a general science background, so I had a basics in the science background. I also used to follow current affairs and basic science. I practice from mock tests basically. So all these things help. And other topics, additional topics for this exam, such as social security and industrial relations. For these topics, there is a channel, YouTube channel, Success Tree. So they used to provide comprehensive material for these topics. I used to refer those material. Yes.
Great. Vishnu, one more thing I would like to ask it here. What are the most important areas according to you in the UPSC EO AO preparation of recruitment test?
You mean which subjects or
important
topics?
Important subjects or important areas which one should not miss?
I think the most important topics are social security and industrial relations, since the new labor codes are coming, and there are several top schemes for social security by different agencies. So one has to be thorough with these two topics. There are like most of the many questions were coming from these two topics in the recruitment test.
Vishnu, since you are from UPSC background and a non-commerce background, so how difficult was it for you to prepare the components like general accounting principle, social security, IR and labor laws?
When I first read these topics from the basics, it was very difficult for me. I never have learned these topics before. So what I used to do was I repeatedly read those topics again and again. Once I'm not clear with the concepts, I used to look in the internet or videos to get more clarity on that. So revising and reading more about these topics will help. That's what helped me in this exam.
Great. Vishnu, how you balance the preparation of so many components? See, but actually I'm asking what was your day-wise study plan for these components?
Actually, I didn't stick to a day-wise study plan. I had a weekly study plan. I will allot these many hours. So if I was not able to cover that topic by the time allotted for that topic, I'll try to cover it by the next day. So like adjusting on a weekly basis, I tried to complete these topics.
Okay, great, Vishnu.
Yes.
Vishnu, one more thing. What were your sources to prepare for the components like general English and general mental ability?
Actually, what has helped me in this exam is I was also preparing for exams like railway and SSC. So English and maths basics I have already had basics in these topics, and from mock test as well, I got to know the kind of questions that may be asked. So it helped me.
Great. Vishnu, what according to you is the importance of notes making for the EPFO EO examination?
Note making, like it is also a subjective question, because I used to take the material printout, and I used to write notes on that note itself. Like whenever I get extra information, I used to note it on that page itself. So whenever I revisit or revise that topic, I'll get to read it there then and there itself. Okay. So it helped me, like time management and all. Yeah.
Actually, you are making your printed notes more comprehensive by adding the extra components there, na?
Yes, great. Exactly. Yes.
Vishnu, one more similar question. What is the importance of mock test in the EPFO EO preparation?
I think this is probably the most important component. Mock test has played a really critical role for me in this examination. I had attended around 12 to 15 full mock tests, apart from subject-wise module tests. So I got to know the kind of questions that may be coming. I got to know the why and why not of the questions, the explanation part. Also, it has really helped me in the time management part in the real examination.
Great. Vishnu,
what to practice more mocks? Yeah.
Great. Vishnu, what if you have not made it?
What, sir?
If you were not cleared in the EPFO EO examination, then what will be your goal? Agar select nahi hote to?
Yeah, as I has already said, I have been preparing for other exams like state PSC exams. I have been preparing SSC and railway. All these exams I was preparing. It was like whenever the schedule comes, I have to prepare accordingly and try my best effort. I'll try my to put my best effort for these exams.
Great.
So that was my strategy. Yeah.
Great, Vishnu. Thank you. And it is good to hear from you that you are very clear in your mind that I have to prepare and get selected in such examinations. So I have to keep preparing until the result was on my side. Right?
Yeah.
You are very confident, and it looks great because when we are having so strong perseverance, then automatically result will shift on our side. Great, Vishnu. Vishnu, how was your interview?
The interview was very cordial. It was a nice experience. Yeah.
So what was your panel name?
I don't know the exact panel name. I don't know.
So what type of questions were there in the interview?
I am from Kerala, so there were many questions from Kerala, and also about my hobbies, and there are also questions from topics such as accountancy and the EPFO as an organization as such. There were questions regarding that as well.
Great. Vishnu, what according to you are the important areas of interview preparation for a candidate when he's going to a panel of UPSC status?
One has to be very thorough with the detailed application form, the DAF we call it. So each and every word we give in the DAF is very important. You have to expect questions mainly from the DAF itself. So because mainly my questions were, centered around the keywords in DAF that I have given, like hobby, my home state, my place, and all. So one has to be very thorough with DAF. Also, you have to be, up to date with the kind of current affairs that are more important or relevant to the exam. So for this purpose or security related news, I have been referring from the beginning itself. So this has helped me.
Great. And have you read about EPFO also?
Yes, of course, I did.
Great. Vishnu, one more thing I would like to ask, what according to you is the importance of saying no in the interview? Can you elaborate on this?
Yeah, it is whenever a question comes to you and you don't know the answer, it's the best thing to say no. It's not to say kind of assume from what you know and say something that is not the right answer will not be beneficial. It will kind of backfire. So whenever I knew I didn't know a question answer, I said I don't know. I will try to read it later.
Great. Vishnu, one more thing I would like to ask. You gave mock interview for the UPSC EPFO EO preparation?
Yes, I have given mock interviews.
And what was the importance of that mock interview?
Mock interviews help me in the how to take care of your posture, your body language, and the structuring of answers. When questions come to you, you have to prepare answers in your mind and then tell the answer. And also the kind of feedback I received from mock interviews were really helpful throughout the interview process. Yes.
Great. Vishnu, one more thing I would like to ask from you for our students, that general accounting principle and IR and labor laws are very tough component for a beginner. So how one should plan their study for these components? What should be their approach, actual approach, and should be an ideal approach to prepare for these components?
From what I did, I can say that they have to, for a beginner, they have to learn from the basics, try to get a comprehensive material and learn from the basics and attempt as many mock tests as possible. Try to solve as many questions. So it will, if you don't know a topic, there are questions from the mock test will also help to get familiarized with these topics. Also, they will help strengthen the knowledge base as well. So that's what my strategy was.
So can a student skip those subjects if I ask from you?
I don't think one can skip because they are really important topics for this exam. One should really prepare for these exams well.
Great. Vishnu, what are your future plans now?
Future, yeah, since I have cleared this exam, I think I'll be joining the job in a few months.
So no other examination in sight.
Right now, I'm not thinking, like maybe in future I have to decide.
Great,
Not,
great.
not now I'm thinking of any.
Vishnu, it was great talking to you. Finally, I would like to ask you, can you please share a last message with our student regarding some motivation for their preparation?
What I have to say is that there may be times of difficulty. There may come like things you never expect to come in your way. But whatever happens, you have to make sure that you put your best effort for the exam you're preparing, and be self-confident and hope for the best outcome.
Great.
That's
Great,
yeah.
Vishnu. And Vishnu, it was great talking to you. And I hope, I totally wish for your future. And I want कि आप और भी कुछ अगर aim करना चाहते हो तो वो आपको पक्का मिले. And it was great learning from you. Thank you very much, Vishnu.
Thank you, sir.